Another one is slave node. Okay, master node, it will act like your faculties, or it is like your teacher. Okay, and slave node is nothing but the student. What master node will do, it will manage the cluster and coordinate the task. Master node, what it will do, it will collect the data. Okay, it will take the task and it will divide it into students. That is the slave node. And slave node are the ones which will store and process the data. Master node will take the data and it will send the data to slave node. Okay. And when the slave node gets the data, it will store it and it will start processing the data. What is master node and what is slave node? Next, these are the main components of Hadoop. That is HDFS, MapReduce and processing layer, and YARN. Okay, these things we will see in further slides. So HDFS is nothing but Hadoop distributed file system. So the key features, first one is distributed storage. So whatever data it will get, it will store in a distributed manner. That is, only one computer will not store it. All the data collected is distributed evenly. Okay, that is called as distributed storage system. It is fault tolerant because it has default 3 copies. At the back end, it has 3 default copies of the original data. So it is fault tolerant and it is scalable. Scalable means you can add more servers, more machines. Okay, when you need more data, when you have more data, you can add more machines. Okay, when the data is less, you can just remove it. That is called scalability. So these are the HDFS components again. That is name node. So name node has the metadata. Metadata is nothing but location, name, okay, the time at which the file is created. These things, the important things, is nothing but the name node. Next thing is data node. Data node are nothing but the slave node where the actual data is present. Okay, consider your PDF file, okay, which is a data. So that PDF file's location where it is stored in your mobile phone, maybe drive, okay, maybe in your internal storage, and the time and date when that PDF file was created, when it was edited, and the name of the PDF file. That things are stored in name node. And the content, whatever in your PDF file, what is the content, right? That is stored in data node. And that is nothing but the slave node. Next there is secondary name node where there is backup of name, secondary name node where there is backup for metadata. If that metadata is lost, correct, if file's name is lost, you will lose it, right? Correct, you need to know what is the file's name, how can you save it. So the metadata will be saved as a backup into secondary name node. So here is an example written. For example, if there is 100 GB file uploaded, okay, with the size of 128 MB. So 100 GB is divided by 128 MB, so there will be 800 blocks. Understood? That is nothing but it. The work is divided into multiple computers. This is how they divide. Correct? Similarly, in your college, if there are 5 tasks and they will see how many number of classrooms are there. Correct? So 5 tasks divided by number of classrooms. Correct? In that manner they divide the task. Same thing happens in Hadoop also. Next thing is MapReduce. Okay. MapReduce is nothing but it is a processing framework. There are 3 phases in MapReduce. First is map phase, shuffle phase, and reduce phase. In map phase, what happens? The input data is split. Okay, it is split and it is processed into parallel manner. Shuffle data is nothing but it is sorted and grouped. Whatever data you get, you have to sort it, right? What kind of task you have to give to whom you have to decide. That is nothing but shuffle phase. Reduce phase is nothing but to process that data and to generate result. That is last reduce phase. One example is written over here. You can just read it out. For your own understanding, that example is given. See, in a document you want to count